Hello, dear students. Very good morning. Viket Tripathi is here. Dear students, as we have been studying History Chapter 7, the emergence of new religions and ideas. In the new video, we shall see now the next topic, that is organization. Let's start. Buddhism encourages people to give worthy pleasure worthy pleasures and concentrate on attaining true knowledge. The followers of Buddhism stayed in groups, prayed, meditated, and lived together in a kind of association or assembly called the Sangha. The people who followed Buddhism, मतलब जो लोग बुद्ध के आइडियाज़ को, उनके रिलीजन को फॉलो करने वाले थे, वो एक ग्रुप में रहते थे, प्रार्थना करते थे, मेडिटेशन करते थे और एक साथ रह के वो एक एसोसिएशन या असेंबली फॉर्म करते थे, जिसको संघा कहते हैं, संघ में रहते थे. Both men and women were allowed to join it, though there were separate branches for each. They were expected to live simple life and beg for their food. Through begging, they used to take their food and lived a simple life. Buddhist monks were called bhikshus and nuns were called bhikshuni. It has come from the Prakrit word, one who begs. मतलब जो लोग भिक्षा मांगते हैं उनको भिक्षु कहते हैं. पुरुष भिक्षु को भिक्षु कहा जाता था, महिला को भिक्षुणी कहा जाता था. The rules made for the Buddhist Sangha or monastic order were written down in a book called the Vinaya Pitaka. The membership of the Sangha was open to all without any discrimination on the basis of Varna. Any person belonging from any religion, any caste, could go there in Sangha without any interruption and discrimination. Residence, monasteries or viharas, or Buddhist monk where they lived, that was known monasteries or viharas. Still it is known monastery where Buddhist monks lived. In the beginning, both Buddhist and Jain monks and nuns wandered from place to place, teaching and begging for food. But it soon became apparent that movement during the monsoons was difficult due to bad weather. Though this month means rainy season was difficult for these monks to wander from one place to another. to spread their ideas and religion, also for begging, because they had to travel on foot. Thus, the Sangha evolved the practice of vasa or retreat during the rainy season. इसलिए इसको वसा कहते थे। इस तरह संघ जिसमें मतलब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ भिक्षु एंड मॉन्क्स दे इवॉल्व प्रैक्टिस ऑफ वसा और रिट्रीट। रेनी सीजन में जो है रुक जाते थे एक जगह, उसके बाद फिर जाते थे। इन कीपिंग विद दिस प्रैक्टिस monks and nuns remained in a fixed location for a certain period. These fixed vasa retreats were held every year in temporary shelters. No permanent shelter was there. Anywhere this was located temporarily, they could stay in pavilions and parks donated to the Sangha or in natural caves in hilly area. पहाड़ों में जो नेचुरल केव्स बने होते थे उसमें रुक जाते थे। पेविलियन पार्क्स जो संघ के डोनेशन से बना हुआ था उसमें रुकते थे। ओवर द ईयर्स monks and nuns felt the need for more permanent shelters, and so monasteries or viharas were built on land or in the caves donated to the Sangha by rich merchants, kings and landowners. Soon they began to reside in these viharas throughout the year. Now they felt need to build permanent shelter to live, that is known viharas, which was built on land. Also, they donated for caves to the Sangha to reconstruct and rebuild it beautifully. And the rich merchants, kings and landowners donated for this. Jainism. Jainism was founded by Vardhamana Mahavira. He was born in 599 BC at Kundagram in the present day Vaishali district of Bihar. His father Siddhartha was the head of the Janatrikas, a Kshatriya clan. His mother was a Lakshmi princess. The sufferings of people disturbed him, and he left home at the age of 30 to seek truth and enlightenment. For the next 12 years, he meditated and led a life of severe austerity. He finally attained Kaival. He came to be called Jina, the conqueror, that is, one who has conquered all feelings of sorrow and happiness. His followers came to be known as Jainas. Mahavira preached in Magda, Kosla, Videha, and further east. His teachings there in Prakrit, a language largely understood by the masses. Mahavira passed away in 527 BC at the age of 72 at Pavapuri near Rajgriha. Teachings of Mahavira. What did he teach to the people? We are going to discuss. Like the Buddha, Mahavira was also against Vedic rituals and animal sacrifice. He taught people to lead a simple and virtuous life. He believed that every object, even the smallest particle, possesses a soul. Therefore, one had to follow the principle of non-violence and stop killing insects, animals, and human beings. Mahavira opposed the Varna system and said that all human beings were equal. He states that freedom from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth was moksha, and this could be attained by following the three jewels or three ratnas of Jainism: right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct or action. He advocated a simple life and extreme penance to achieve the highest spiritual state. He rejected the authority of the Vedas and opposed complex rituals. The teachings of Mahavira may be summed up as follows: Ahimsa, non-violence towards all beings; Satya, speaking the truth; Asteya, the practice of non-stealing; Tyaga, not owning property and leading a detached life; Brahmacharya, leading a life of celibacy. Spread of Jainism. After Mahavira, the Jainas came to be divided into two main sects: the Shvetambras, who dress in white and wear a cloth over their mouth, and the Digambara, those who wear no cloth. Jainism spread to many places in a short span of time: Magda, Videha, Kosla, Anga, and Ujjain. It also spread in some parts of South India and Nepal. Kings like Bimbisara, Udayin, Chandragupta Maurya, Kharvel were some the prominent royal patrons of Jainism. Under the patronage of the Jaina king, Jain architecture, literature, and art flourished. The Dilwara temple in Mount Abu, temples in Chittor and Khajuraho, Gadinath temple in Rajasthan, etc., stand out as some of the finest and most celebrated religious monuments in the country. Now we are going to finish this chapter. In the next video we shall discuss about the next, that is Jain literature. Till then, thank you.